Hello, this is Dr. Martina, your online sex therapist and sex educator. If you're in a long-term relationship, partnership, or a marriage where you're unhappy, a lot of things are not working, but you still have the love that you feel for your partner and you want to do something about it and don't know how to go about it, then I have a movie for you to watch. Sometimes it just takes a story for us to see and be able to relate to, and then we see other people having it and it normalizes it. It makes us feel like we're not the only one, and then that brings hope. And this is what this movie does, and so much more. Hope Springs is the name of the movie, and the couple is being played by Meryl Streep and Tommy Lee Jones. The movie opens up in a powerful scene without credits or anything, takes you right into her bathroom where she stands in front of it in a beautiful lingerie in front of the mirror, and a little awkward but still determined to do this, and she walks over to her husband's bedroom, knocks on the door, and she fails. She fails in the attempt of seducing him, and he fails in the attempt of saying yes. There's a slight moment, you're not quite sure what he wants to say, but it's not happening. She walks back, and you could feel her pain and her being lost and her defeat. And there's a short scene with him too, so you know something is brewing in there and it's definitely not coming out. So I'm pretty sure that if you are in a long-term relationship with challenges, that you can relate to a lot of those emotions. Do you think you can change your marriage is a question that Meryl Streep asked one of her friends. And this is what we do. We go first to our friends to see what's going on there and if we can get some encouragement or feedback. She's very careful about it, very shy about it. Then she goes into the bookstore trying to get some help there. And then she finds a flyer from a therapist, 4-day intensive, and she picks it up. She approaches him and he thinks it's crazy, and she pushes through. She says, I'm doing this, I'm paying for it with my money, and that's that. And this is really important to remember, that I say this a lot to couples. It does take two to tango, but sometimes it only takes one to start playing the music, so you both can tango, and that's exactly what she's doing. I love the first appointment with the therapist. Awkwardness, a lot of space between the couple and the couch. I see this all the time. A lot of resistance to talk about sex, especially if there's a lack of intimacy, which is the problem, and a lot of discomfort. And so the therapist brings in this fabulous analogy, which I'm going to be using because I just love it. And he says, if you have a deviated septum and you can't breathe, you're going to have to break the nose in order to fix it. And that really puts it right in the spot, because if you're there, you might as well have to be ready. You have to be ready to roll up the sleeves and get really into it, because there's another thing that's being said too, which I say all the time when couples therapy, is couples go to therapy for two reasons. One is to break up, and the other one is to make it work. It's time to commit what you're there for, and this is very well presented in this scene. Therapy is not smooth sailing. There, we have to take a leap of faith in it, and the movie shows this very well. It also shows them failing with some of the homework that they were being given to, and not being able to step outside of their comfort zone. And so the therapist really brings that home by saying you can't break a nose slowly. I love that. And we have to get out of our comfort zone. We have to be able to go somewhere where we are just not comfortable doing, and that's how changes happen. And this is beautifully shown throughout those sessions. So they're finishing out the movie with showing the couple going through the sessions, like I said, failing with some of the exercises, but then also you see them using some of their own strength to challenge themselves with doing things they know how, but just doing better. All the things they've given up on. We all have that in a relationship, and they see them doing that individually. And then also the renewal of the vows. If you're going through a chapter like this with your partner, you deserve to get a clean slate. And a clean slate means is that you redo your vows and you promise things now that you didn't promise before, or you have a different intention now because this is a different chapter in your relationship. So all of this is being shown just beautifully, and it's just a delightful music with really fun music on top of that, and it gives you hope that this is doable if your intent is to make it work. So if you are in a relationship where you are not happy and you just can't go on this way anymore and you need changes in it and you need some help with it, go rent a movie. Rent this movie, Hope Springs, at Amazon Prime, I think. Yes, rent it and watch it, and you will be inspired. You will see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that this does not have to be the end of your partnership. This can be the beginning of a beautiful chapter in that same partnership of yours. So I'm here for you, because you're going to need some help with the tools and getting through this awkwardness. So contact me. I would love to hear from you and be here for you and your partner. You take care.